Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Another commute, another round of downpours, but are we in for the flooding threat that we saw last night?
Ben, we are live in Washington, D.C. tonight, where one congresswoman is putting it this way. It's like watching kerosene being poured on a burning flame. That's the analogy of President Donald Trump and his war of words with multiple women in Congress, including Michigan's Rashida Tlaib.
All right, Mara, we're going to begin, though, at 5 with joy and relief tonight up north in Oscoda County, where 2-year-old Gabriella Vitale has been found safe after a frantic search. We're learning now more about where she went, and we're hearing from the people who got her to safety.
This is a great story, and it's finally good to hear some good news as well. In a tweet late this afternoon, Michigan State Police say Gabriella was found in good condition and even good spirits.
You saw the proof? Here it is. A picture of her eating a cookie, taking a sip of water shortly after being found. State Police posted it with the caption, "What a trooper." State Police. Talking about a trooper. Coco McAvoy traveled to Comans Township up in Oscoda County to cover the story, and she joins us now. Coco, you've been talking with the people who found her.
Yes, it was a group of people who found little Gabriella, and they are still in shock because she was missing for over 24 hours, and she was in a heavily wooded area like this one right here. Now, we're about a half a mile or so away from the campsite where she went missing, but Michigan State Police troopers say that she's not only in good health, but she's in good spirits.
I should already know those things, but...
A work trip for a group of co-workers staying at this cozy cabin in Oscoda Township was anything but ordinary. In the middle of their meeting yesterday,
The team happened to notice just helicopters just flying back and forth.
looking for 2-year-old Gabriella Vitale. She went missing from a campsite about 100 yards from their cabin. She wandered off while her family was packing up to go back to Monroe.
Various members of my team kind of went out to walk the property, see what we could find.
Along with close to 100 volunteers and MSP troopers, combing through the thick wooded area for any sign of little Gabriella.
We didn't know what the outcome was going to be.
Then this morning, the group got a welcomed surprise.
I looked over my shoulder and saw this little girl walking up to the door.
Mike Owens couldn't believe what he was seeing.
Opened the door, I did this and she did this and grabbed her and everybody started crying.
The group grabbed a blanket, food, and water to keep Gabriella cozy until police arrived.
It was just extremely and it's still, I can't believe it.
It's not the team building activity they expected, but
I don't think any of us are going to forget this moment. I mean, ever.
And maybe one day, little Gabriella will have quite the story to tell, too. And Gabriella was sent to the hospital because she has some scrapes and bruises, but overall, doctors say that she's in good health. And Gabriella's mother also released a statement saying the family is thanking God and all of the volunteers and first responders who helped find her. Back to you.
What an ending to the story, Coco. Really something. And yes, what a team building exercise it was in the end. Great stuff. All right, Coco. Kimberly.
Love it. Love the good news to start the newscast. Okay, over here in the weather part with Ben now. We've had rain off and on all day, which has kept temperatures down, but as using my hair as a barometer, if you will, it's a bad hair day because it's so muggy outside.
Everybody's spraying it down today.
That's
but
right.
Now that humidity's here, it's going to stick around. So yeah, it's July, so we're going to get used to it. But the showers are out there, and even though these are moving a little bit faster than they were yesterday, this is some of the same areas that got hit the hardest. Remember, we had that flood advisory out last evening for this part of Wayne County, so we're getting those showers again, but they're moving at about 30 miles per hour, so they're not sitting over one spot all that long. So we're definitely looking for less rain than we picked up yesterday. There's a ton of it here across northern parts of Ohio, but on this trajectory, most of this is headed out towards the lake. You look a little bit further to the west, and they're starting to get some development here in northeast Indiana, but nothing pending right now. The model is showing that once we get past about 11 o'clock or so, this stuff should fade. We get a little bit of a lull overnight, and then we start looking for more of this to develop as we get into tomorrow morning. So coming up, we're going to be tracking more chances of showers and thunderstorms. And of course, we've got the serious heat that's coming by the end of the week. We're talking heat index readings at 105 plus. More on that coming up in a few minutes, guys.
Okay, Ben. D'Angelo Martin, the man called a person of interest in the murders of 2 women found in vacant houses, was back in court today.
He's facing assault with intent to murder, 4 criminal sexual conduct charges in another attack on a woman who actually got away. Let's bring in Jason Colthorpe, and you've been following the hearing today.
Yeah, I have, guys. And to say that this was quite difficult to listen to at times is an understatement. This began on May 6th when Martin met this woman who isn't being identified at a crack house in Detroit.
His name was the only thing D'Angelo Martin said to the court as he faced the 26-year-old woman prosecutors say he raped and then tried to kill. Martin had invited the woman to his mother's house to eat, shower, and sleep. She testified Martin's aggressiveness began by getting in the shower with her uninvited. And then when she tried to go to sleep, she says Martin pushed to have sex.
I'm telling him that I don't need to be here. I can leave. I already took my shower. I already ate. I can leave. I don't want sex. This is not about sex. You know, I just really need sleep. Like, I'm really tired.
She went to sleep, but woke up to a steak knife in her neck.
My next memory is waking up to a sharp knife going to shocking pressure going into my neck. Just like a jab, like just going straight through my body, through my neck.
She says that's when Martin began to rape her. At some point, she pulled the knife out of her own neck and begged Martin not to kill her.
Saying, please, can you call the ambulance? Please don't kill me, please. I have 3 children.
Martin's attorney pressed the woman on the issue of consent. It culminated with this exchange.
So you told this court that you slid up a little bit so he could get inside of you, is that correct?
I didn't, maybe, oh my goodness, I'm gonna take a break.
The woman said she finally got away by pushing him off her and grabbing the knife and stabbing at Martin until she was able to run up the stairs, and one of his family members who were there called 911. Martin was bound over on all 5 charges and will go to trial later this month.
So hard to listen to.
That was riveting, but I imagine an uncomfortable day to be in court for everybody listening to this.
It really was, and they were important to keep her identity secret through all of that as well. But yeah, tough to listen to.
All right, we'll see you at 5:30. Thanks. In more news tonight, Dr. Shelley Holt, the superintendent of Wayne Westland Public Schools, has been reinstated per a judge's order. Holt previously alleged she was being punished for reporting violations and filed a $2 million lawsuit against the district. The judge suspended the reinstatement today, effective immediately. The fight between President Trump and 4 Democratic congresswomen continued today, with both sides standing their ground and other congresspeople weighing in as well.
President Trump again told the 4 women that if they don't like it here, they can leave. And he claims he has a list of things they've said that prove his point. Meanwhile, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says the president can't handle people disagreeing with him. Well, after calls for Republicans to respond to the president's message, Mitch McConnell asked for a calming of tensions while defending the president.
The president's not a racist. And I think the tone of all of this is not good for the country.
A lot of people were curious to hear from McConnell, if for no other reason that his wife, Elaine Chao, is a naturalized citizen who was born in Taiwan. Democrats have even taken the step now of introducing a resolution to condemn the president for his comments. Let's bring in Mara McDonald, who's live in Washington. And Mara, you just got a chance to speak to Rashida Tlaib about this one-on-one a short time ago.
Devin, I did, and it has been a day of drama at the Capitol. That is absolutely for sure. You've got the president going public saying he is not a racist. He doesn't have a racist bone in his body. And you have Congresswoman Tlaib mightily disagreeing with that.
But they should love our country. They shouldn't hate our country.
More tweets from the president this morning and afternoon, and while he's not naming individuals, it's clear the squad that's being referred to that needs to go back to where they came from includes Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib.
From day one, I've been saying, look, we have to hold him accountable, that these are impeachable offenses, not following through on congressional subpoenas, misleading the United States Congress and the American people.
One lawmaker says this latest Twitter war is like pouring kerosene on an already burning fire. Trump late this afternoon defending his comments.
It's my opinion they hate our country. And That's not good. It's not acceptable.
Tlaib has already had run-ins with the president starting her first day in office, and she's repeatedly said he needs to be impeached in some rather graphic terms. He has no love lost for the Progressive Democrat Group of Four, which includes Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, and he clearly has no interest in apologizing. How are you holding up?
Good. I mean, I don't feel alone. I think there are so much more supporters and folks out there than there are haters. And I've been getting tons of calls from around the country just saying keep your head up, your head up and stay strong, and they're with us.
Back here live. Now, we may have heard a few words from the Republican leadership here on the Hill, but what we haven't heard is a lot from rank and file Republicans. I reached out to the two GOP congressmen from our district, or the Metro Detroit area, Congressman Tim Walberg. Neither a phone call or an email was returned from that office. I also reached out to Congressman Paul Mitchell and was told he simply was too busy today to discuss the issue. Now, wait. There's more. This isn't over yet. There is a vote scheduled tonight on the Hill. We'll talk about that when I see you guys at 6. We're live at the Capitol. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Much more to come. All right, Mara, we'll see you at 6 o'clock.